So this is Warrior, Essence Drain Warrior. It doesn't have to be Essence Drain Warrior, but this is gonna be kind of a quick overview on it. So basically, obviously the melee damage is useless, but then after that you go full int, you get your AoE and some kind of overall damage, right? Increased damage, pretty good. All of this int also magnify your damage from Enfeeble, Decaying Hex, and Impending Doom, because Impending Doom scale off your current mana, so the more int you have, the more mana you have, so the more damage you do with Impending Doom. I think that's pretty much self-explanatory. You can go Essence Drain, and now the reason why you go Essence Drain is because, for example, you have a spear, right? And that spear gives you level to projectile skills. That's all you need. So what it enables is to have more damage from Essence Drain while wearing a spear. Now, it's not the only thing you can have. You can literally, if you want to, there's Fireball, right? Now, Fireball is a projectile, so that would work. There's also Dark Effigy. So Dark Effigy is also a projectile. So if you want to scale, for example, Chaos, you can go Essence Drain and Dark Effigy. Also, the tree is pretty good around. If you go up towards Mom, there's a lot of Chaos damage, Global Defense, Chaos damage. You know, there's a lot of Chaos damage around here, and that's a good way to scale it. If you want to go more fire damage, it's also possible for late game because you have all this fire damage here with penetration. You also have this fire damage with AoE, which enables you to use Burning Inscription. Let's try to see it. I guess we cannot see it because I only have a tier 1 or something. I don't know what's going on here. All gem, inscription, burning inscription. Okay, sorry for that. So yeah, burning inscription. 20% of your max mana is fire damage. So I would say like this is a really good way to scale your dot damage. Obviously, Decaying Hex won't be scaling that much if you do not spec into Chaos damage, right? But there's a way to scale it with Fire now, with Burning Inscription. It's more late game-ish. Fireball would be your main source of AoE, I guess, because Fireball is pretty good at just shooting the whole screen, right? Fire a projectile once it get hit or something. Yeah, so when you hit something, it like fork into like all these projectiles, so you can clear the screen up. And having your Enfeeble, making Burning Inscription on the ground, scaling off your mana. What's good about scaling off mana is that you have Mom, which makes you super tanky, like insanely tanky. Now, if you're playing Smith of Kitava, you're already stacking a lot of fire res, so you're pretty much capped very easily. You even have like maximum fire res super easily also. And then after that, what it does, it opens the fact that you can have just a regular body armor. And what's really good about this, if you're not playing if you're playing energy shield base, is these nodes. Okay, you have body armor grants 50% reduced critical damage bonus. That's huge survivability. Then you have 25% of physical hit as fire damage. This is completely insane if you're playing energy shield based character. And the reason why is because you have no physical mitigation whatsoever, right? You have no armor. And usually big boss that hit big with physical, the fact that you transfer 25% to fire, and let's say you have 90% max res, which is totally like doable with this ascendancy, well, that means you would take only 2.5% of that 25% physical damage, and that's huge reduction. It's probably like better than someone that builds full armor and take a huge hit from physical damage. So you would mitigate big hits as physical as the same as someone that is full armor with a single node. That's completely crazy. And then obviously you would go like probably fire res, and then you would go like +5 maximum fire res. And if you have enough res and you don't need the 75, well, you have like other like possible things that you could have, right? Maybe 100% increased stun threshold, possibly. I don't know. Increase 15% increased max life. I don't think that's useful if you're energy shield based, but I mean, unaffected by ignite could be good. So yeah, overall, I mean, this is just a short guide, right? There's like from here, once you get to mom, you pretty much do whatever you want. You can go towards the fire damage for burning inscription, or you can go towards all the chaos, and that would work. It's also like very strong because you have so much mobility, and you can have a Foki to carry your damage, right? Because usually, like, let's say you have a wand, like, what do you gain from the wand? You would gain like maybe cast speed that you would not have there. If you have the projectile skills, the only thing you're missing is maybe the spell damage. I think it's a good trade-off because you can still have spell damage on your Foki, but you gain the ability to disengage, and that's just top tier. So yeah, that's about it. It's very simple. You stack fire res, you stack int, mana on kill is pretty good, and you stack mana, and you just do a lot of damage while being super tanky because you're using it in feeble. Your clear is going to be very good. If you're able to stack enough projectile skill, your single target should be okay. The only weakness of this build is the single target, but I'm sure you guys can find a way to make it work. Like I said, there's Dark Effigy for single target, I guess, Essence Drain, and then you have like your typical Decaying Hex and maybe Burning Inscription to help you with that. And yeah, good luck, Exiles.